be the first to notice when a veteran you love has been going through changes. Things like withdrawing, drinking more, or increased anger could be a sign of a larger health concern. But help is available. Listen to hundreds of inspiring stories at maketheconnection.net and learn how you can support the veterans in your life. Treatment works. Recovery is
Ask the
possible.
Doctor with Michael Lange begins in 30 seconds.
Insight, passion. AM 860, The Answer. Online at theanswertampa.com. AM 860, The Answer. Here is your exclusive Accuweather Forecast.
After a thunderstorm in some spots this morning, it'll be a mix of sun and clouds today. High
Ask the
88.
Doctor with Michael
Tonight,
Lange
clear,
begins
low
in 10
73.
seconds.
On and off sun tomorrow with a few showers in the afternoon. Sunday's high 87. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low 73 again. And Monday, mostly sunny, though with showers around, high 88. That's your AccuWeather forecast. I'm Sally Sherman for AM 860, The Answer.
Ask the Doctor is sponsored by Lange Eye Care. When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lange. Sponsored by Lange Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. Dr. Lange is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lange.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida, and Fortify Vitamins. If you've got a question regarding your vision, eye care, or nutritionally related topic, now's the time to pick up the phones and give me a call. I should say give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. Toll free, 1-877-969-8600. If you're new to the program, who's Dr. Lange? Well, I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. Founded Lange Eye Care and Associates on March 15th of 1993. We opened 14 locations in the state of Florida, including the Lange Eye Institute. I hail from the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida now. So if you want to see me for an eye examination with a nutritional twist, come on down to the Lange Eye Institute. But also, Dr. Chris Costello and Dr. Lori Caputi are on my team at the Lange Eye Institute 5 days a week, and they are fantastic optometric physicians, and they will go that extra mile. Let me give you the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute. I'm going to give it to you twice. Write it down. Remember, it's in the Villages, Florida, so if you're in the Panhandle listening to us, or if you're in Orlando or over in Tampa, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from wherever you are. Toll-free number for the Lange Eye Institute. No, not toll-free. It's 352-753-4014. 352-753-4014. You can also go to langeeyecare.com or my name, drmichaellange.com, to learn a lot more about what's going on. And then Fortify Vitamins is a nutrition company based on the right ingredients, the right science, right for you. I started this company almost 20 years ago, and we are involved in a lot of evidence-based clinical research, constantly evolving our supplements, constantly evolving our line of nutraceuticals based on the latest ongoing research. Some of that research we are definitely involved in. So you can learn more about this company at fortify.com. Remember, I'm an eye doctor, so the EYE on the end, remember that, fortify.com, Fortifeye, fortify.com. Don't forget to check out the bundle sections on fortify.com, because Dr. Hall and myself have taken all the nutrients that work synergistically together, the Fortify vitamins that work synergistically together, and we've bundled them together in some amazing bundles. And the bundles, when you factor in the free shipping, are about 40% off. You can't beat that anywhere in the nutritional industry. So check out the bundle section at fortify.com. And we've got weight loss bundles. We've got performance bundles. We got wellness bundles. We got digestive bundles, macular degeneration bundles. We've got all sorts of different types of bundles. Remember, these work synergistically together at a reduced price When you factor in the free shipping, it's about a 40% discount. Fortify.com. Let me give you the Fortify toll-free phone number. You can call 6 days a week. It's 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. That's for Fortify Vitamins. Remember, we have a Fortify Nutrition Center in Clearwater and the Lange Nutrition Center in Ocala, and that's where Doc Hall hails from, the Lange Nutrition Center in Ocala, right on State Road 200, directly across the street from the Paddock Mall. And the Fortify Nutrition Center, I'll be there today. This is Saturday. I'll be there from about 12:30 to 3. So if you want to come by the Fortify Nutrition Center on McMullen Booth Road, right there on the outskirts of Safety Harbor, where the Publix Plaza is, that's the Bayside Bridge Plaza, Fortify Nutrition Center. Come on out, pick my brain on nutrition. I'll be there today after the radio show about 12:30. All right, one more time. Phone lines are open, 1-877-969-8600. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about eating food, believe it or not. The food that you're eating may not be as advantageous to your health as you may think, and Doc Hall has a section on that. But let me say hello and welcome to Dr. Richard Hall. Good morning, Richard. How are you?
Good morning, my good friend. Hope for a relaxed and positive weekend for all of our listeners out there. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Central Florida. Went out for a little over a 3-mile power walk this morning. Got that in. And this is my time of year. It's a little bit cooler outside, not cold, folks, but a little bit cooler. And for us here in Florida, if we can get the 10 degrees cooler, it's a weather wave coming through for us, so we enjoy that. But have a great show planned for you today. Have lots of good topics that we're going to be talking about. But one thing I want to address real quick is we're doing a second hour now, and some of you folks can't pick us up on a second hour on the radio. However, you still can call in, and we encourage you to call in for that second hour. Usually the first hour is just jam-packed with calls, and we can't get to everybody. We feel bad about that. And so that second hour, if you have a question that you can't get in on the first hour, call the second hour. And even though you can't hear us right there on the radio, we're on the phone. You can pose your question over the phone, and you can listen to the answer. And so we encourage you to call on that second hour if you've had a question and just couldn't get through to us. So give us a call. As Dr. Lange said, I have a segment today on our foods, our food stuff that we're eating, and how important it is to get that nutrition from our foods and from our supplements. And I've got a little twist on it today, and Dr. Lange does too. We have some good things going on. Dr. Lange, you mentioned our bundles, and I just wanted to update real quick on a couple of our bundles this week that have been selling like crazy. And we bundle those. Folks sometimes don't understand the bundle thing, and we were one of the first ones to do this, where we take products that are synergistic together, and we bundle those up, and we give you a great deal on it. We, as Dr. Lange said, it's about a 40% reduction in price. And of course, we give you that free shipping. But our biggest selling bundles this week was the 60-serving Ultimate bundle. And it's you receive 3 fit and a bag of our protein with that, and it's a 60-serving protein. And you get all 4 items for $150, and of course, free shipping. Our performance stacking bundle is a great way, folks, to introduce yourself into getting fit again and getting back on the road and getting down the road on that wellness path. And you receive a canister of our fit and a canister of your choice of our flavored protein for $59. Also, the healthy weight loss. We sold tons of those this week. And folks are getting back on the program. Hopefully they're listening to us and saying, don't wait till after the first of the year to start your diet or your new nutrition or your exercise program. Start now. Today's the day. And don't wait. You'll be glad you started today. You really will. But we have lots more things that we're going to talk about today. But I encourage you to call in. get your questions online with us. And back to you, Dr. Lang, with that first caller of the day.
Yep. Thanks, Doc. I want to mention a couple of things before we take the first call. The Lange Institute in the Villages, Florida, we are doing a low vision institute inside there. So we're putting a low vision center in. I think they started installing the low vision center in yesterday, which was Friday. So if you have vision impairment from macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, retinitis pigmentosa, glaucoma, or any other reason that your vision impaired, you might want to come to the Lange Eye Institute and see the low vision devices and low vision technology that we have available. So come on by and check that out. Also, we're going to talk about the Bionic Eye. We're going to talk about some research that the team Monash University in Australia has been doing, and the Center for Eye Research in Australia about the Bionic Eye. We're going to talk about that some today. And I also want to mention, if you want to tune into the second hour today, you can always go to social media and watch us right now. Go to Facebook, Dr. Michael Lang, or go to Instagram, Dr. Michael Lang _, or a variety of other social medias. Or you can certainly go to the dial in Tampa Bay to 570 AM or 910 AM for the second hour, or 100.3 FM or 102.1 FM. And certainly the Florida Man Network. I had a Florida Man Radio. I'm holding up the hat. I had it on just a few minutes ago. The Florida Man Radio Network. You can go there and listen live on that. We'll be on those stations up in the Panhandle. All right, but we got a big show ahead of us. Let's go to the first call of the day. Everybody knows who that could be. Bob, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Doctor. It's a pleasure to talk to you both this morning. I have a question that probably be more Doc Hall's than you. I have taken on a project to put in some vinyl plank flooring for some folks, and I feel like I am my third day into preseason football season. I am not accustomed to up and down, up and down, up and down all day long putting in a floor. And I'm quite honestly really uncomfortable, to say the least. Is there anything that I can do except just keep working through it to get rid of this lactic acid stuff?
I'm going to expand and then let Doc Hall expand on that a lot more than I am. But number one, make sure you're hydrating or plenty of fluids, Bob. You know that. Plenty of fluids. Number one. Number two, you may want to stretch. Believe it or not, stretch a little before and after. All right. Stretching is important. You may want to eat a banana and a handful of seeds or some watermelon with a little pink Himalayan sea salt on it. All right. That'll help. And of course, I'm sure you're taking our Fortify Fit. I mean, that's going to help with recovery. It's going to help with energy while you're working. But hydrate, eat the proper meals, take the Fortify Fit, stretch before and after. And I'm going to let the expert in recovery, Dr. or Doc Hall, chime in.
Bob, what you have to do with this, honestly, is just treat your work as a workout, and do all the things that you would do during a workout and after a workout to recovery. Because basically, you're doing something different to the body that you don't do on a normal basis. And as the old saying goes, boy, I worked out today. I used some muscles that I haven't used in years. Well, pretty much that's what's happening with you. And nothing abnormal with that. That's just how the body works. It lets you know what's going on, and that you have to do things to remedy the situation. One thing, besides what Dr. Lang said there, all of those things are fantastic, and it's exactly what I would have said. One thing I would add for you, though, that I think would help out tremendously is a nice hot bath, and throw in some Epsom salts in there, and just kind of soak it away a little bit. And but the stretching afterwards and before, Bob, is really, I know it might seem crazy, that you're stretching before you go and do your normal work, but it does work. It really does. And just treat it like a workout. And like Dr. Lang said, those little things that you do in between, have a banana, make sure you're hydrated, use our Fit, have a little bit of Fit before you go to work. And put it in your truck and have it out there, and definitely have some afterwards, because that's going to help the whole recovery process. And I look at workouts the same thing as I would manual labor or work. You're extending the body, and you have to replace things in the body. So, but that's besides what Dr. Lange said, those little bits that I added, and but that hot bath, Bob. I mean, treat yourself for a 15-minute hot bath, but throw that Epsom salts in there too, and you'll see a difference.
Okay, one question. I have a small vibrator plate that I try to get on before I go to bed. It seems to help. Is that just more psychological than it is practical?
No, Bob, really, those the vibration plates, and we're working on that. In fact, Dr. Lange and I believe in those so much that we're hopefully you'll be getting these in it sometime soon to sell in our stores and online. I mean, for circulation, you just can't beat it. And sometimes, though, Bob, you might want to watch doing the circulation plate late at night or right before you go to bed, because sometimes that, to some people now, maybe not you, but it'll kind of energize the body, and it kind of, creates a little restless sleep syndrome there. So, maybe do it a little bit earlier, but most definitely the vibration plates work. And for circulation and like that, they're fantastic. And this isn't a sales pitch. This is just Doc Hall talking to you. And I have one in my gym. Dr. Lange has one in his gym. I bought my mom one. And, they work. They work very, very well.
Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure talking to you both on a Saturday morning. Keep up the good work. Lord willing, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, Bob.
Thank you,
Take
Bob.
care. All right, we're getting ready to go to the next phone. You're listening to Ask the Doctors. Dr. Michael Lange and Dr. Richard Hall here to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision, eye care, nutritionally related topics, sports nutrition, bodybuilding, powerlifting, anything like that. Give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. We are broadcasting through the Sky 97.3 FM network up in the northern latitude of Florida, north central Florida, and also on 8:20 a.m., 9:30 Sarasota, live on 8:60 a.m. on the video side, the video stream, and a lot of other stations we're broadcasting through. So give us a call. Let's go to the phones. I think we got John in Gainesville. John, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I was just wanting to know your opinion about Dr. McCullough and some other doctors on the intermittent keto program, fasting, and some of the foods to eat and not to eat.
Right. I actually like Dr. McCullough. All right, he thinks out of the box, unlike most doctors out there. Some of the stuff he does is a little bit out there, but most of it is based on some legitimate science. And Dr. McCullough is all about kind of like I am. Dr. Hall is all about getting the body in shape to minimize disease, eating the right foods, the right exercise, the right supplements. So I think he's doing a good job. I really do. His voice has had to be muted a little bit recently during these crazy times by the government. But most of his stuff on his website is pretty good. Not all of it. Some of it, like I said, is out there. But it's a great educational venue. And I think the whole thing between a ketogenic diet, if you want to lose weight, absolutely. Okay. If you want to just take some pounds off relatively quickly, I think that's a great way. Low carb, higher protein, the good fats. And it's all about producing ketones that have some neuroprotective properties. It's good for neurodegeneration as well. The only problem I have, John, and Doc Hall has with it as well, is if you are a thin person and you're on a ketogenic type of diet, you're going to have trouble building muscle, all right? Building muscle, because your body goes into glucogenesis, all right? That's where you have to use glucose for the fast muscle twitch fibers. To build muscle, you have to have glucose, all right? Also from the medulla of the kidney, for the cornea, for the lens, the red blood cells. You can't use ketones for that. So if you don't have any fat in your body, you start to break down muscle and protein. That's why you can see a lot of people that look shredded and ripped on the ketogenic diet, but you don't see any people that just have massive muscles, and they're not growing massive muscles.
Yeah, I think he's got a disclaimer in there. If you're underweight or have eating problems, don't do this. You have to be, of that. But he also claims on the intermittent fasting days is to load up on protein and carbs, but, be selective with the type that you do eat.
Absolutely. And that's what the Lange Survival Diet's about. I've taken a little bit of everybody, all the different doctors out there, and combined it into the Lange Survival Diet. So the Lange Survival Diet has some specific fruits and vegetables in it, specific carbs, but the main thing is we've taken all the gluten, the FODMAPs, the lectins, the oxalates, the glyphosates, which are pesticide basically, the phytic acid, the arsenic, the lead, the phytoestrogens, the protease inhibitors, the alkaloids, all of that out of the food. And if you just Google Lange Survival Diet, it does allow you to eat some specific carbs, quinoa, buckwheat, and amaranth, especially if it's been soaked overnight or sprouted. You can have Ezekiel sprouted bread in moderation. You can have a sourdough bread in moderation. But you can't eat the white stuff, the white bread, the pasta, the rice, now everything in moderation, right? But it loads you up on specific vegetables and some fruits. Remember, fruits are very high in sugar, so you don't want to load up on too many. And then good grass-fed beef, wild salmon, things like that. So when you get bored, look at Lange Survival Diet on Google, and you'll see that it kind of follows Dr. Gundry, Dr. Axe, Dr. Mercola, the paleo diet, but it's a modified version of all of that.
So then you can implement that, but just on what they're talking about, having smaller time frames throughout the day to eat, more time fasting, and then I haven't gotten into the point of total fasting, but the diet would be your diet implemented with it for the foods to eat is how you can implement both of the programs.
Absolutely, and in smaller portions, smaller meals. Instead of 3 giant meals, 5 smaller meals. Last meal should be about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, because then you're going through a fast. If you don't eat after 6 o'clock and you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's a 12-hour fast right there, okay?
Right. Yeah, and I came across another Dr. Ekberg who seems to be on YouTube, which I don't know if you are or not, but that would be an excellent platform to, give out lessons, not so much as live talking, but and then let your body do it. Don't be so stringent that, you can't adapt to it, but over time your body should be able to adapt, and then you can get, better and better at it until you're at that fitness level you want to be.
Absolutely. God made a really, really good body, John, as long as we give it the right fuel. And the lion's share of the fuel that most of us are eating is not the right fuel. The fast food, the quick food, the frozen food, the canned food. And then all of it's filled with all the things that we just mentioned that aren't good for us. And that's why a lot of people have trouble losing weight, because a lot of the food they're eating has these lectins and this phytic acid that causes you to bloat and retain water, okay? Even though it might not have a lot of fat or calories in it, it causes you to bloat. And so that's why the Lange Survival Diet is so good. It takes all of those foods out that have those negative potential reactions. Then you can actually eat a little bit more as long as it's the good food. And you can see us on YouTube. If you go to Ocular Health channel, just go into YouTube, type Ocular Health, Dr. Michael Lange, and you can watch all the videos for the last, 20 years on there. Got some race videos, got some educational videos. So it's kind of a fun little channel.
Right. And I told your answer, the person who answered, there's a home-based exercise training study at UF that they're looking for, and I'm going to try to copy the flyer and send it to him, but he gave you the contact info, and see if it's something you want to either, have the researcher call you or whatever. But it's excellent to get people evaluated on an exercise program safely, but they're looking for people over 60, and I think it would be beneficial for your viewers since they're in the area.
Right.
And then after you get evaluated, the exercise machine goes to your house, and you can do it there via Zoom.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. And you're your own, control, because you have 8 weeks of doing nothing, then 8 weeks of exercising. So, and they want to look at the, sex changes in man versus woman on the results of the acute versus the chronic high-intensity interval training. But very safe, very effective, very professional. But I'm going to try to download the pic and try to get it to you through email. And I've also passed on your phone number to these other people. But if you had to go to a doctor and get it done, I'd say you'd probably spend $5,000 on the evaluations because you get 3 of them.
Right.
But anyway, I appreciate the info on the diet. God bless you guys, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, John. And Doc Hall, the way in this morning, we were talking about that, how, the typical American diet is pro-inflammatory and eating things that maybe aren't as good for us. And that's how we started and developed the Lange Survival Diet, the Fortify Survival Diet, the Survival Diet, taking out all of the things that are bad for us, all right? The gluten, the FODMAPs. People don't understand what FODMAPs are, but these are fruits and vegetables that ferment in the gut and cause irritable bowel symptoms and cause bloating. The lectins can cause actually digestive system problems and cause little micro holes and leaky gut in your intestinal lining. Oxalates can cause kidney stones and also act as an anti-nutrient, blocking the absorption of many foods. Phytic acid, same thing, very similar to lectins and oxalates. And then people don't realize that the foods we're eating, the lion's share of them are filled with things like lead and arsenic, glyphosates and pesticide and insecticides. And then also a lot of the foods, especially men that are listening, are high in phytoestrogens. All right, like red wine, soy, flax, chia, things that are told that are very good for us. Men need to be very careful, and women too, because it can throw their whole hormonal system out of balance. So we've talked about that on the drive in, how the typical American diet can certainly be adjusted. And that's how we developed our organic blue-green superfood, because we took all of the bad stuff out, put the fruits and vegetables from the Lange Survival Diet into the organic blue-green superfood. Very low calories, like 20 calories, almost no sugar, all certified organic, gluten-free, FODMAP-free. And that's how we develop that. Most of these greens formulas and fruits and greens formulas out there, they just throw 50, 60, 70 different fruits and vegetables in there. They willy-nilly pick them out, not based on a lot of true science, and therefore it doesn't work. And they got to be organically certified, all right? Just don't say organic. It's got to have that certification, organic certification on the side of it. We also added enzymes and probiotics to add to the digestion. And we added 6 adaptogenic mushrooms that boost your immune system and give you an amazing amount of energy and oxygen to the muscles. And that's organic blue-green superfood. Check it out at fortify.com. Doc Hall, time for you to chime in about this whole dilemma about our typical diet.
Absolutely. Just as I always say, food is fuel for the body. And, as you know, Dr. Lange, you race cars. If you put the improper fuel in or a low octane fuel in your race cars, they don't perform quite as well. They'll still go. They'll still go around the track, but not the way you wanted them to. And so we have to make wise choices, folks, about our foods. Food is not created equal. I did a lot of research this week, and the other day I was doing my usual research format, and I came across an article by a person who had a book to sell, and of course, and his statement was, all foods are the same. They're created equal. Just some have higher calories than others, and really, that's all. Now, I read this statement 3 or 4 times, folks, because I thought certainly, I had missed something. I thought maybe I had to go into Dr. Lange for a new eye exam, because certainly, this fellow couldn't have believed that this was true. And I read it again and again, and I thought I'd missed something. I had not. That's exactly what he was saying. And however, this statement couldn't be further from the truth, folks. It just absolutely is nonsense. Certainly, it's true that every portion that we eat has a different caloric value, but they also vary greatly in nutrient value. And that's what we have to look at. If you believe that statement that all foods are created equal, then you believe that a stalk of broccoli or a protein shake has the same nutrition value and impact on our bodies as a piece of fried chicken. Okay, it is not. Food is fuel. Remember that. And you want to make the best possible fuel choices for your body. And as Dr. Lange said, one of the easiest ways to do that is with our superfoods. I love superfoods. I take them at least once a day in the morning as part of my breakfast, and sometimes in the afternoon after training, I throw it in my Fit shake that I do. And it's an easy way, folks, of getting the nutrition without all of the calories, excuse me, and the sugar. I had a fella come in a few weeks ago, and he thought he was doing well, and he was making smoothie drinks, and he was doing them 4 times a day. And all of a sudden, his sugar went way up. His sugar levels went way up in his body, and for no apparent reason, he thought, well, he thought he was doing well for himself. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing, Doc. Don't even worry about my diet. I've got it all nailed down. We'll come to find out he was drinking 4 or 5 smoothie drinks. Now, you would think that would be a good thing. Doc, that's all fruits and veggies. Yes, but they're loaded with sugar, okay, and they're loaded with calories. If you had all that fruit in front of you every morning, a couple of bananas, a pear, an apple, some grapes, some watermelon like that, and I said, could you eat all of this right now? And you look at me, with that crazed look and say, no, I couldn't eat all that. Of course not, but I can juice it. Well, you're getting the same thing then. You're getting that same amount of sugar, that same amount of calories in there. And you just don't want to bombard the body with that. So that's why we love the superfoods. And people tell us that all the time. They feel better. They look better. They're losing weight. This can be part of your weight loss program, too. And so, folks, it's just all about making wise choices. And whatever diet you decide to go on, I certainly advise Dr. Lange's survival diet. I think it's a great diet, and you make it work for you. You plug these foods in and out of your diet. If you don't like one food and like that, that's okay. Leave it off to the side. No one's making you do anything or eat anything. We're not that stringent with it. But pick and choose and make the right choices, folks, and you'll do so much better, and your body will thank you for it. I promise you. And back to you, Dr. Lange.
Okay, good morning, everybody. You're listening to Ask the Doctors. Doc Hall and myself, Dr. Lange. Give us a call, 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Remember, check us out on the web at drmichaellange.com, drmichaellange.com, or fortify.com. That's Fortifeye, fortify.com. For those of you that are listening to the Sky 97.3 FM, Ocala is right in your listening neighborhood there. Dr. Hall is at the Lange Nutrition Center 5 days a week in Ocala, 9 to 5. That's right across the street from the Paddock Mall. Remember my old Lange Eye Care location right in Ocala. I still own that building. And upstairs is the Lange Nutrition Center. So it's right across the street from the Paddock Mall. That's 3101 Southwest College Road or State Road 200, whatever you want to call it. Dr. Hall does free nutritional evaluations. Where can you get a free nutritional evaluation? He weighs you in, he'll measure your body fat. He'll do all that. He'll look at your bag of vitamins that you bring and tell you what's good, what's bad. Won't try to sell you anything, but will make recommendations. And this is free, folks. Take advantage of it. If you want to go to a place that has the latest evidence-based supplements in the Ocala area, go to the Lange Nutrition Center, check it out. If you're in Clearwater, come check out the Fortify Nutrition Center right there on McMullen Booth Road, Clearwater, Florida, right in the Bayside Bridge Plaza. Remember, I'll be there today from about 12:30 till about 3 o'clock. So if you have any questions regarding nutrition, you want to talk about nutrition, I'll be there. You can pick my brain. We usually have a pretty big crowd that comes out, and we hang out and have a lot of good conversation. All right, let's talk about this bionic eye. We have a lot of people that are vision impaired that listen to this program for the last 20 years, actually the last 30 years. And that's because they can hear pretty good, but they just can't see. So there is a bionic eye device that has been shown to restore vision, and it's the Center for Research in Australia. They take an implant, put it on the skull, attach a lead of electrodes in the back of the eye, and then you wear a pair of glasses that have 2 cameras that actually capture the footage, and then they convert this video into electrical impulses that goes to the skull implant and then back to your brain, and you see. All right. It's called Bionic Vision Technologies. Bionic Vision Technologies. They say it's going to be on the market, ready to rock and roll in 2025. Well, folks, this is almost 2022. That's right around the corner. All right. This is going to be equivalent to what the cochlear implant is to the deaf, what it is for the blind. So if you are blind, don't ever give up your faith and give up the hope, because there may be something available for you in the not so distant future. But also, there's another company, the Monash Vision Group, and this is Team Monash University, and they have the first bionic eye, all right? And I think it's called the Generis Bionic Vision System, and it's been in the development for 10 years. This is something I talked about 10 years ago, and this is great for people that have had optic nerve that has died, all right? Either from, a brain tumor that compressed the optic nerve, glaucoma, ischemic optic neuropathy, something that damaged your optic nerve, because it bypasses the damaged optic nerve and it signals a transmission to the retina and the brain via a wireless transmitter. And it's called Monash Vision Group. And that is the first true bionic eye. So we're going to keep people posted. I've got a few listeners. I told them I'd do a little research. So it looks like 2025 is the golden year for us that are vision impaired, or for you that are vision impaired. I will keep you posted. All right. Phone lines are open, 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. I want to mention the Lange Survival Diet. I'll briefly tell you what the vegetables are on it. Mustard greens, organic kale, organic lettuce, organic cucumbers, bok choy, broccoli, turnip root, cabbage, bamboo shoots, water chestnuts, pickled vegetables, fermented cabbage like kimchi and sauerkraut, and organic boiled spinach. The kale can be raw, but the spinach has to be boiled. And you ask, well, why is that? Because spinach is very high in oxalates. But when you boil it, the oxalates are reduced dramatically. And why may you say, I don't want any oxalates? Well, all you got to do is have one kidney stone, and you will be very careful what you consume. What else is high in oxalates? Well, beets are high in oxalates, all right? Rhubarb is high in oxalates. Almonds are high in oxalates, all right? So the fruit you can eat is pineapples, bananas, lemon, lime, organic blueberries, organic strawberries, organic grapes, and cantaloupe. Protein, you can have basically organic free-range eggs, organic grass-fed beef or bison, organic turkey, organic chicken, ostrich, wild game, wild salmon, sardines, anchovies, rainbow trout, albacore tuna, only 2 times a week, goat's milk, goat's cheese, goat butter, goat yogurt, goat kefir, same thing with sheep, all right? A2 cow's milk, grass-fed whey isolate, like our fortified grass-fed whey isolate, or grass-fed New Zealand whey protein concentrate. Nuts, oils, and spices, you can have macadamia nuts, chestnuts, coconuts, cashew nuts, only if you soak them overnight or sprout them, okay? Pseudograins, organic de-hulled quinoa or sprouted quinoa, buckwheat, and amaranth. Those are pseudo cereals that you can have maybe 3-4 times a week. You got to wash them and soak them, however. You can ferment anything and sprout it, and then it's very, very good, okay? You can have a little bit of sourdough bread or Ezekiel sprouted bread. All right. Once again, phone lines are open, 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. We started talking about our diet. We talked about the organic blue-green superfood a little bit, why we put these 16 different organic, FODMAP-free, and pesticide-free, gluten-free fruits and vegetables. Remember, there's 16 different ones. You don't have to have 30, 40, 50, or 60 of them, because remember, these are based on the Lange Survival Diet. So we don't want any of the fruits and vegetables that potentially can cause bloating and leaky gut and all sorts of digestive issues. We added the enzymes and probiotics to aid in digestion, the mushrooms to boost our immunity and boost oxygen flow, something called VO2 max to the muscle. It also tastes delicious. Take 1 scoop of this, put it in water, shake it up, or put it in milk, and it's a complete meal, and shake it up. Now, we've talked about our omega-3 superfood, our omega-3, our super omega and our super omega max. And I always say one supplement. If you only took one supplement, it would be omega-3 fish oil, but in the triglyceride form, not the typical over-the-counter ethyl ester form. We do have a bundle. It combines our Super Omega Max and our superfood in a bundle for like $50. It's called, I think, Wellness Bundle. Check it out on the bundle section. All right, we're getting loaded up. We're going to go to the phones. Let's go to Matt in Trenton, Florida. Matt, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Good morning. I have a question for you about your eyes getting worse over time. It seems like every time I go into the doctor, they give me a new prescription that's stronger. Is my eyes actually getting comfortable with the new prescription, and then after a while, I need to get a new prescription?
So let me ask you this, Matt. How old are you?
63.
You're a young one still. I'm right behind you. So let me tell you, usually from about birth to about 2022, the eyes will progressively change, all right? Then they stabilize, usually from about 22 until about 41. Then you start to lose that near vision that's called presbyopia because the human crystalline lens loses its elasticity, and therefore you can't focus up close. Then when you hit 60, you start to develop lenticular changes. A little yellowing of the lens is called nuclear sclerosis. That causes the lens in the eye to become more convex, creating more plus power in your eye, therefore needing less plus power in your glasses, or more minus power because it makes you more nearsighted. So at 63, that's the magical time when you can start progressing a little bit. This is very true. And that means you're going to have a cataract probably 10 years down the road, maybe 20, maybe sooner, maybe later, depending on your lifestyle, your dietary habits, whether or not you're wearing sunglasses, how often you're on a computer, whether you're wearing blue filtering lenses on the computer. There's a lot of things that come into play. So yes, life is about a lot of ocular changes.
And my second question is, my dad had macular degeneration, and I wanted to know if that is hereditary.
Yes, it can be genetically predisposed. Absolutely. So you need to take the proverbial bull by the horns and start practicing good nutritional habits now if you're not already. Number one, the best thing, and I always preach this to everybody, the best thing for your overall health, for your entire body and your eye, is to get down to your ideal body weight. If you're overweight, you have to do whatever it takes to lose weight to get to your ideal body weight. Then you got to consume certain foods, things like organic kale, orange bell peppers, wild Alaskan salmon, organic blueberries, goji berries, all right? Believe it or not, eggs are fine, all right? These things all are high in specific carotenoids, lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, that are very good for your retina. I would take it to the next level. I would take a triple carotenoid, whether it's ours or it's another one on the market is up to you. I've developed one called Fortify Focus, and that's lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, clinically studied therapeutic amounts of the best. That's OmniActive's Lutamax 2020 and Astareal astaxanthin in a fish gelatin with an olive oil delivery system. I was the first in the country to do that. And, you know, that's not a miracle cure. It's not anything like that, but it does feed your retina. Remember, lutein and zeaxanthin are in the retina, in the macula, and astaxanthin is in the front of the eye, but astaxanthin improves choroidal circulation, reduces oxidative stress and inflammation in the eye. So that combination, either get it through your diet and add a supplement, and make sure you wear a good pair of sunglasses when you're out in the sun. And if you're wearing glasses indoors on the computer, make sure they have some sort of blue filter incorporated into the lens.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Matt, take care.
Bye.
All right, listening to Ask the Doctor is Dr. Michael Lange and Doc Hall. Here we are, here to answer your questions. Free consultation never replaces a medical evaluation or an eye examination. This is for educational purposes only. Give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. Doc Hall, this morning, my breakfast, I didn't have time to go down and cook an egg omelet because I got in the hot tub and I put Epsom salt in it. I had a back workout late last night, and you know that Epsom salt hot tub makes you relax and also helps detoxify it. So my breakfast was a whey protein isolate, and a superfood shaked up, and I did it with goat's milk instead of water. It just made it a little creamier, shook it up, and I drink it down on the way to the show. And I've got a lot of energy. So, like I said, it's a lot to be said about giving our body the right for fuel. Right, Doc?
That's my morning routine. Actually, I as a nutritionist, I do know the value of breaking that all night fast and getting some nutrition into my system. I have a pretty busy morning, and I'm running here and there, so I need that fuel in my body. I honestly, I won't take the time, except sometimes on the weekends, to sit down and have a meal, where you actually have a fork and a spoon to eat your breakfast. And but I know the value of that, so I do the same thing. I mix up my shake in the morning. It has our superfoods in it, and I add a couple little things to it, and out the door I go. And some mornings I drink my shake right here at my house. Other times I do it at on the way to work, and or I finish it off in the office. And of course, there at the office, we have fit and our proteins and like that. And sometimes in the afternoon, I'll make up a little shake, and kind of, again, a play on words here, but it fortifies my body. It really does, and it does work. You were mentioning earlier too about omega-3s, and I just finished a big research project on omega-3s and how they affect athletes and sports performance and energy levels and good things like that. And we'll have that posted up this next week, but some really amazing stuff on there, folks. I hope you'll take time to read it. And it's going to be on our website and also be on our blog. And but I learned a few new things too. There's lots of new research coming out. I'm amazed at the amount of research that's being done right now on omega-3s, and it's all positive. It's all good stuff. So kind of stay tuned for that and watch for that posting. We'll try to get it up for you this next week.
And Doc, I'm going to introduce a new website. First of all, we're redoing our website. We're working with an amazing team, Kevin Harrington's team from Shark Tank. And they're totally rebuilding our website right now. And this website's going to be amazing. So fortify.com is going to go into the science. It's going to have descriptions, nutrient profiles. It's going to be amazing. Very easy to navigate and purchase, easier than we have now. But remember, go to fortify.com if you want to order any of the vitamins that we've talked about. Fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE, fortify.com. But also, I just started writing some of the articles and me writing some of the articles for a new website, and we've got the domain, and that's healthbenefitsofomega3.com. So it's not up yet. It's probably going to be another week, but healthbenefitsofomega3.com is going to be a website. And we're going to go into talk about the latest research on omega-3, because there's a lot of hoopla out of there negating some of the benefits, and there's a lot of other stuff that may be over-exaggerating some of it. So we're going to give you the true science, the evidence, the clinical studies, all at healthbenefitsofomega3.com. We'll talk about that more next week. Also, I do want to mention before that, that next week, we're going to only do an hour, Doc Hall, because we're going to be sponsoring the PCA final event, right? You want to expand on that, invite some people out to that, Doc Hall?
Absolutely. Big, huge bodybuilding show coming to the Tampa and Clearwater area this next Saturday at noontime. The PCA, which I'm the commissioner for, and proud to say that. We're going to have our finals. These are the United States Championships, folks. It's the big one. And it starts this next week, and we're going to be one of the sponsors out there. We're going to have our booth set up and be manning our booth. We're going to have some taste samples there, I understand, and we're going to have all kinds of special deals. But come out and see us. Come out and see a bodybuilding show. If you've never seen it, folks, this is something totally new. And I'm with the PCA now because of the way that the shows are ran. They're not all-day events. The whole event from starting to end is about 4 or 5 hours, and you can come and go as you like and enjoy the show. Support the athletes. It's amazing the condition that, and I know firsthand because I competed before, of what these guys and girls go through to get to that point to be on stage. So come on out and see us. Come out and see Dr. Lange and I. We'll be there for the whole event. and we'll be glad to chat with you. We'll be standing right there, and I'll be running around as doing a dual role as my commissioner part and also as my fortified nutrition part. But we'll both be there. Be happy to see you, and come out and visit. I think you'll like it.
All right. Thanks, Doc. Yes, we're inviting everybody to come out there and see Doc Hall. Both of us come to the Fortify booth. Also, just to rehash a little bit on the bundle that I'm recommending right now, it's an amazing deal, and that is our Fortify Wellness Stacking Bundle. Fortify Wellness Stacking Bundle is a simple bundle. All it is our omega-3 and our organic blue-green superfood. So it's a simple bundle. It is $50. It's usually $71 or $72, and it used to be $7, $8 shipping. So it's free shipping. It's $50. You get 2 of the latest, the top omega-3 in the country, and I'd like to say the top organic blue-green superfood in the country. It's a way to kickstart your wellness plan, kickstart the anti-aging for 2022, help you lose weight, or help maximize your health. So it's called Fortify Wellness Stacking Bundle at fortify.com, Fortifeye, fortify.com. Remember, it's $50 and it's free shipping. With that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Ask the Doctor. Remember, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, you can switch the dial to 9:10 a.m. or 5:80 a.m. and listen to us again. I'm out of here.
Ask the Doctor is sponsored by Lange Eye Care. AM 860, The Answer. Online at theanswertampa.com. AM 860, The Answer. Because no matter what, no matter where, you need the truth. And specifically, if you're listening from Newport Richie to St. Petersburg, from Tampa to the coast, you can get The Answer on FM 94.